Hello. So I am putting together my son's January homeschool notebook, and I thought I would show everyone how I put it all together. So here we go. Asher is somewhere in the pre-K kindergarten range. So we open it up. This is a 2-inch 3-ring binder. 2 inches, 3 rings. In his pockets, I have his Montessori math mat. And this is his addition strip board. And here are his strips in a 3-ring pencil holder. So if he gets stuck on a math question, he uses his strip board to help him figure out the answer with his manipulatives. That stays in here. I can get it back in. Come on. Okay. Next we have the addition tables booklet that he's going to be working through. So he started this already. And we do the first letter is blue, or the first number is blue and the second number is red, and that's how he uses the chart. So he would put a 1 piece of blue here and then a 3 piece of red and see what it comes to, and it came to 4, so we wrote the number 4. So that's how that works. His reward chart, which we use to help us have a grateful heart during schooling. He gets a doubloon every day he does school without complaining. So then into the actual notebook. Here we go. So we have the daily warm-up, which has him writing his name every day, the time of the day, in 2 different ways. Then I will put a number on the board each day, and he has to write it in the frames, do a tally, write the number, how you would make it into coins. Then he puts the number here, he writes 1 less, 1 more, and 10 more, and then he picks what the weather is like today. The second page, we do the calendar. So he's going to write the month of the year and the year. Then he only writes the number up to whatever the date is. So I don't have him fill this whole thing out, but by the end of the month, he does fill the whole thing out. Then we write what the day of the week is and what the date is. Then we write what the day of the week was yesterday and what it will be tomorrow. Then we're working on letter sounds. So we have a little worksheet. Then his Singapore kindergarten math. And he'll have a few sheets of that per day. His Danielian handwriting, which I found on Teachers Pay Teachers, and I just have him trace each of these, trace, and then trace that. And then this is the Read notebook that I got by Edzone Publishing. And we'll work with this together. So, am. Just a physical thing. Then the second sheet is just a plain sheet, so that for this one he will either use a stamp and stamp all the way through, or stickers, or he'll paint, or he'll do Play-Doh on here, just something to reinforce the word. This is his sight word for the day. And then he is done. And it just keeps doing that over and over and over again. We go through our curriculums. And that's it. And he knows when he hits the picture that he's done for the day, and he puts everything away, and he can get his doubloon. So there is the kindergarten pre-K folder. So today we're looking at my son's first grade workbook, his notebook. We have taken his curriculum from all of his other curriculums and put them all in one place so that he can easily work through his daily work. So inside he has his Good and the Beautiful checklist, which tells him what he needs to do every day. And we work through a lot of this together. Then he has his reward chart. If he works with a happy heart throughout the day, he gets a doubloon. When he fills out the doubloon, we have rewards that he can gain. This, he loves geography, so I keep this for him because he's always asking questions about the states and the countries and everything else. So that's just an extra sheet that I put in there. But then we'll look at his daily work. He has 2 pages of daily work. The first is a calendar where he will fill in up to the day that it is today. So if today was the 4th, he would start with 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then he'd stop. And as he goes through the month, he fills up all the numbers. So there's practice with writing his numbers, with writing the month of the year and the year, and then he writes the date. Then, and this has all how to spell each of the months so that he can do this independently. Same with the day of the week for the date. Down here, we count our days in school. On this page, I will have a number on the board for him and his brother. Whatever the number is, he has to find it on the chart and color it in. Then I will also start a pattern on our board and he has to finish it. He has to make change with whatever the number is. So if I had the number 24 on there, he would have to put 2 dimes and 4 pennies in his coin cup. And then he checks off what the date or what the weather is. That's his daily work. Then we go into science. He asked for a science notebook and I got him this one. So this is what we're working through. We got it on Amazon and I just pulled the sheets out to put in his folder. This is a geography workbook that I found on Amazon. I do not have it to show you, but it is mostly working with map skills, teaching him how to read a map, that kind of stuff. Then he has handwriting. We do Danielian, so he'll choose what the day of the week is and then copy, and then he has to write each of these sentences. Then we have our Good and the Beautiful lesson, or lessons, and spelling. So we do half a chart of spelling a week. So he'll do 5 words, and for day 1, he has to write each word 3 times, and that's it. And each day he has a different spelling activity. It's not always that. So that's just day 1 of the week. Then we do his Singapore math, which is just 2 to 4 sheets. And then when he finds the great job or whatever the motivation page is that I put in for each day, he knows he's done for the day. And that is our first grade notebook. It's all in one place. It's encouraging independent learning, and it's more organized and less cluttered for me. So we have the pre-K kindergarten and the first grade. There you go.